We are back live at the New York State Fairgrounds in Syracuse, and we have a major development.
Major indeed. Brett Hearn leaving pit road after his pit stop here under yellow. He was clobbered by Donnie Corellis when they came out of the pits. It's knocked the front end askew, as you can see on the Budweiser number 3. Brett Hearn, 5-time winner, defending race champion. Here we have a replay.
Here is Brett Hearn coming out of his most forward position, and whammo, right there coming out of the pits.
Corellis had a full head of steam. He'd pitted much further down the road, and they made contact, and there's additional contact. Brett can't steer it.
And the 5-time winner is about to go on the hook, and it's just an absolute disaster for Brett Hearn.
Disaster indeed. That was a very unfortunate situation. He's shaking his head. He cannot believe it. The top 4 cars that we had not pitted earlier have made their pit stop on this occasion. Plazek, Hearn, Blaney, and Dwayne Howard had all made their stops. Billy Decker is on the pit road now for his second stop. I believe that's our race leader.
And I believe that is our Skoal champion, Doug Hoffman. With that unfortunate incident involving Brett Hearn, has clinched the Skoal Racing Super Dirt Series championship. His first ever. Congratulations to Doug Hoffman and Billy Taylor.
Well, you're just a little bit ahead of the story because if he gets knocked out here in the next lap or so, then there's got to be a number of spot separation. That's probably not going to happen, but we certainly wish that Brett Hearn could have raced him for this championship.
Now, when we spoke to Brett earlier, he was concerned about that forward-most pit position because he basically had to come back toward the track in order to get on. But I think that he was in line, and that was just a problem that could have happened anywhere.
Well, it could have happened. 2 cars trying to fill the same spot. It'll happen in the parking lot, but a tough situation. He chose that spot, so I don't know. He'll probably think about it again for another year.
Well, we look forward to talking to Brett, although I really don't know what he could have to say after that unfortunate incident. Here it is one more time. This is the second rash of pit stops, the first time in the pits for Brett Hearn. Watch, he stalled the engine, then he got going, and a collision coming out of the pits.
It's a very narrow exit. Everything around here is narrow, but that was part of the situation as well. Unofficially, the top 5 as we operate under yellow after this round of pit stops. We're on lap number 73. Rick Mill is the leader. Doug Hoffman is second. Gil Tague is third. Jeff Hetzler is 4th, and Eddie Marshall unofficially rounding out the top 5. Have Ron Smoker in 6th, Steve Payne in 7th, Danny Johnson in 8th, and the 2 of Christiak running in position number 9, and then the Larkin, number 99, running in position number 10. That's all unofficial here at lap number 73.
And we are back under green at the New York State Fairgrounds.
The hot dog jump from the back. That hot dog is Van Doren, who got way out of shape. He's coming up on Bobby Varon. Here we go to the front of the pack. Rick Mill, Weekdale, New York driver. He's probably not made a stop at all. That may be the reason he's leading.
Laps in.
4 wide going off into turn number 1, and they got away with it. Jimmy Hauser from the top to the bottom in the green and black car. There we saw Ronnie Smoker at the number 95 showing he was in position number 7. We've just been informed that Rick Mill has made a stop. He was in the first group. He pitted on lap number 36, so he is our legitimate race leader. Rick Mill in the John Binsky car number 348.
Well, what a story that would be. 36 years of age, Rick Mill, number 348.
This is his 3rd Phase 300. His best finish was in 1995. Last year he finished 14th, so he's got some experience here, but it's very early in the race, and he's being chased by Doug Hoffman. The bad situation that they've had all week long has turned around, and is certainly working for them now. He's about 4 car lengths off the race leader as they work out of turn number 4.
Now, Mill, you mentioned the experience he's had here. He actually led last year's 300
before pitting, and I thought that was the same situation today, but he has made the pit stop. So Rick Mill out front, but he's being pressured by Doug Hoffman.
Well, we are most eager to hear the reaction from the Hearn pit. Let's go down to Paul Small.
Right now they're working on the right front corner of the Brett Hearn Budweiser car number 3. The problem is apparently the kingpin is jammed in the steering control in this car. So what that is the problem that disallowed her from steering the car. Now the rest of the damage is not all that bad on this car right now. The front axle is actually straight. So once they get this repaired, they can get it back out. Now you can see here, this is the kingpin they're pulling out right now. You can see they're using a piece of another chassis part, and they're literally pounding it out of the front axle assembly. This is what holds the entire hub and rim right onto the axle itself. Let's get in here and get to Brett. Brett, what happened out there? It seemed like the Corellis car got a good piece of you.
Well, we've got a spot down here at the end of... We've got a spot down here on the end of pit road, and it's too close to the entrance on the track. And you got to come at the ongoing traffic at a right angle. And, you know, these guys don't look where they're going. You know, they know I'm coming out, and there was a car going too fast. I didn't even see who it was.
It's the crew talking to you. Can you get this car back out?
I don't even know if it's worth it.
That's a reaction for Brett Hearn. He is sitting in the car hoping they'll get him back out in the Phase 300, but his chance to win is gone.
And isn't that something? Now, Hearn doesn't necessarily come here annually with the fastest race car, but his pit strategy normally gets him up to the front of the pack, and obviously a 5-time winner. He's had extraordinary success here over the years.
They come prepared. They have very, very good equipment. They've got a lot of guys dedicated, a full team. Some of them on the payroll. They get paid. That's not the case normally for these dirt track racers, but they've got a system that really works here. It works every place, but it works with Syracuse. Now, he's not, the situation now is he's not going to win the race. That's obvious. But we talked earlier, Skoal points, Mr. Dirt points. They've got to get that car back out and earn as many points as they possibly can.
Meanwhile, Doug Hoffman running very, very smoothly on the racetrack. And ultimately, will it be worth it for Brett to come back out on the track? Well, that's the decision that the driver and crew will make, but he's losing lap after lap.
If they can get it fixed, he will be out. No doubt about that. Again, it's not for the win, but it's for those points.
Jeff Hetzler in the 33.
That was Gilly Tegg getting so very much out of shape with the Hooters Bud Light car. He caught a rim on the bottom, a run on the bottom of the racetrack, and skated him right across. He'll lose a spot to Hetzler as they negotiate turn number 2 and head down the back straightaway. Just in front of them is Jeff Trombley. Trombley currently runs in the number 3 spot. So that's a battle for 3, 4, and 5. Hauser's car has lost the roof. The roof is off of Jimmy Hauser's car. This won't work, Doug.
No.
Not required by the rules after the race starts, but the downforce that has gone away with the roof blown off will make sure that Hauser doesn't win here today.
So the compromised safety factor is the fact there's less downforce.
That's right.
Otherwise,
yeah, it's just fiberglass. It doesn't do a whole lot of protection. It's kind of serves as a wing. It protects you from stones and so forth, but it's not a big deal. He's being pressured by Horton.
let's take a look at this. Here's the replay. On the back, look at that. There is the roof up in the air, and somebody has a souvenir.
And somebody is really lucky that that happened on the back straightaway instead of on the front straightaway.
There's the 33 of Jeff Hetzler, and he is currently running in 3rd.
Jeff Trombley running in 4, Gil Tegg in 5. The leader is still Rick Mill and John Binsky. This is a low buck operation. He's leading with Hoffman running 2nd.
An ongoing story here with the Skoal Racing Super Dirt Series points and that progress that Doug Hoffman in the number 1 is making down on the racetrack. Let's go down to the pits. Paul Small is with Billy Taylor.
Billy Taylor, crew chief for the Doug Hoffman car number 1. Doug started way back in the number 42 slot. Now he's battling for the lead. What a great day for you guys.
It really turned around. I had a real tough week this week, and we're all right. We got a new car here, and we're good. We're good. We're right where we want to be. Caution's out, and we're ready to go.
Billy Taylor in communication conversation with Doug Hoffman. The caution flag has just come out on the speedway, guys, so we may see some more pit stops here, and it may include the Hoffman team.
The reason for the caution is Dickie Larkin in the Village Variety, car number 99. The runner from the Lebanon Valley Speedway has blown a tire, and that has torn away some of the fiberglass and sheet metal. He made minor contact with the wall. The problem isn't the contact with the wall. The problem is what caused him to get there, and Larkin will make a pit stop. He's out of Sheffield, Massachusetts. He's always a strong runner here on the mile.
Now let's see if anybody else comes into the pits with Dick Larkin.
We are approaching that very, very important lap number 100. PNC Food Market's $10,000 lap. PNC Food Markets and Red Baron Frozen Pizza.
As the leader of lap 100 wins $10,000. This is our 6th caution. So as Dick Larkin has his car looked over along pit road, we will be stepping out for a break. Our special rush hour will continue. This is the Phase 300 at Super Dirt Week in Syracuse. We'll be back with more after this.
Look at Baloo move to the inside, and he just goes around Frank Cozy like Cozy's sitting still. Baloo moves into second position and now sets his sights on Buzzy Rudeman, the leader. Let's see if Baloo can go around him here on the main straightaway. Here they come down the main straightaway. Baloo to the inside, and he gets around. Did he wave to somebody going down the backstretch to our camera? Is that possible? Going well in excess of 100 miles an hour?